Okay, last day in Rome, and I'm very excited because I've been waiting for this day. Like, besides our anniversary, I've been waiting for this like the whole trip because we're gonna see the Sistine Chapel today, and Michelangelo is my favorite artist of all time, and I just can't wait to see the ceiling in the Sistine Chapel, just everything, and I'm sure that Lori's gonna be blown away. How are
I don't
you?
know what to expect. I don't know much about the Vatican and all that, so this will be like new for me for sure.
So little fun facts is that Saint Peter and at Saint Peter's Basilica was buried, and where Saint Peter's Basilica was there, and Emperor Constantine actually built Saint Peter's Basilica as a tomb for him. So we are actually gonna go see like his essential tomb to the first pope. Also, we get to see all the Vatican Museums and of course the Sistine Chapel like I mentioned, but we're like a 30-minute walk from there. We're gonna stop and get cafe there or get coffee at a cafe, and yeah, we're just gonna explore the Vatican today and see everything that we can before the end of our last day here. So are you ready?
Yes, but I need coffee.
Okay, coffee first. So we made it to Vatican City, and here we are, just a little sprinkling here, but I think
It rained right when we got here.
it rained as soon as we got here, it started raining. I think the Pope is doing a service right now because we hear like singing,
There's a live stream.
and there's a live stream of whatever's going on.
A Jumbotron behind us.
Yeah, so maybe he is like giving like a speech, or he's holding mass right now, but it's absolutely crazy to be here right now.
Look at how gorgeous. We can show them the Jumbotron when we're over there.
Yeah, we'll show the Jumbotron, but let's just go and explore, and before we go into the Vatican Museums, and
there's so much to see.
Yeah, there's so much to see, so let's go. Now.
So I'm having to put basil on my pizza because I ordered a margarita pizza, which on the menu said mozzarella, sauce, and basil. And then they bring me this cheese pizza. So I asked the guy, where's the basil? He's like, oh, you want basil? And I'm like, yes, it's a margarita pizza. It comes with basil. Okay, I bring you fresh basil. Most confusing exchange. Ozzy and I probably stared at him for 5 minutes. We had no idea what he was saying. So I had to put, now it's a margarita pizza. Buongiorno.
Buongiorno.
Gotta say.
So we're at a little restaurant just having some cappuccinos after seeing the Vatican Museums and the Sistine Chapel. And first of all, we had lunch right now and it was delicious.
The traffic is wild right now.
Can you hear that?
They've been honking all.
We saw today. I finally saw the Sistine Chapel, and it was like, I have no words to describe it. Like, I was blown away. I was geeking out everywhere, especially when I saw like Raphael's work and when I saw the Sistine Chapel. Obviously, it was absolutely incredible. Like, I think Lori saw me smiling from ear to ear, like everywhere we would go.
And we had, okay, so our whole trip, we have not had one tour guide. We see them everywhere, trust me, there's tour guides everywhere. But we never booked anything with a tour guide because we wanted to do our own thing, not be stuck with a group, whatever. So when we booked tickets to this that I booked, they were the only ones we found. And it came with a group tour guide.
Yeah,
and
tour
Ozzy
guide.
was not thrilled about that.
Well, okay, well, let me explain.
No, you weren't thrilled about it.
Let me explain.
I
wanted the earpiece to listen to the tour, but I didn't want someone talking. I didn't want to have someone talking out loud to us the whole time. That's what I mean.
You have not wanted to be a part of any group.
Okay, she wins.
Well, let me just tell you, Sylvia, our tour guide, has a master's in history. She said all her friends are statues, and she knew every single thing about every single thing that we would ask her. It was the most incredible tour of the Vatican. I didn't know what the Vatican was. I didn't know the importance of the art. I'm learning so much, right? But let me just tell you, ending the trip with that tour is like the cherry on top. It was unbelievable. The art we saw, the rooms we were in. I mean, we were in rooms that Michelangelo, Raphael, was Da Vinci in them?
No, but Botticelli and
Picasso. We saw his Picasso's art. Like, it was just unbelievable. I've learned so much about art. I have a new appreciation for art that I had zero of before. Because it really is remarkable what these men are able to create and do. And their work is literally like flawless. And there's so many subliminal, like I've learned the details of the Last Supper. I've learned the details of all the famous photos we've all seen and the hidden messages in photos, like all the trips, like the tricks and everything. Like, I just loved it so much.
All right, and because you gave me crap for the guided tour thing, I'm gonna give you shade a little bit.
What? What did
for
I do?
Always criticizing me for liking art and all this other stuff. You have to admit that whatever I'm interested in is pretty interesting.
When you learn and understand it better, you then appreciate it. And I just didn't know anything. And I didn't get the, you know, I look at something and I'm like, why, you know, I don't get it. We saw this picture right here that's on his chest. We saw the original in the Sistine Chapel. And it was amazing that Michelangelo was even physically capable of being like this for hours and painting it. And it was an incredible experience. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I didn't think I would really care about it.
Yeah, so.
And I just had the best pizza I've ever had in my life. I complained that there was no basil on it. I scarfed that whole thing down.
She didn't even offer.
I didn't even let Ozzy, you know, we usually let each other taste stuff.
We were starving.
I scarfed it down. So now we're having some cappuccino, and then there's a jewelry store around here I want to check out.
And then we want to see St. Peter's Basilica, so we're gonna head to that after this. And
which I don't even know what that is.
St. Peter's tomb.
Oh, there you go. We're gonna tour, and then there's the gardens.
Yeah, so we're gonna try and get as much done as possible, and yeah, get back to the Airbnb by the end of the night to conclude our last night. So we'll see where we end up today.
Vai lá, Andréia. Buonasera.
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 So we just finished St. Peter's Basilica, and we're literally, yeah, hear the bells. Because
you have no idea what we just went through.
The church is unbelievable. Perhaps, I'm not gonna say perhaps, this is the best church I've been through. I personally think this is the most stunning church ever, and of course it's in the Vatican, so where would be a more fitting place than here? We even got to experience like Mass. Unfortunately, I think Mass took place behind the altar, so we weren't able to see it.
We were at the altar waiting.
Yeah, we were waiting, thinking that it was going to go up the altar, but ultimately, I think it was behind the altar where everything was taking place. But just to be able to be in the Vatican and take video of Mass happening was, yeah, hear the music was absolutely stunning. Then we got to see the Pieta by Michelangelo, so that was a surprise. That was a surprise because I didn't know that they had the original here. So, yeah, we're just gonna.
We saw a lot of Michelangelo.
We saw a lot of Michelangelo today.
That's awesome.
Let's try and see what else we can get done because it's around like 6:30.
Have we been at the Vatican all day?
Yeah, we've been here all day. Let's just try to see what else we can get done by the end of the day, and yeah, have dinner and let's continue.
Okay, so all over Rome, a little in Paris, but mainly in Rome, they have fountains everywhere. And you'll see people filling up their water, drinking on it. We've seen dogs drink it. It's super clean water. It's not tap water, but they have them all around the city. So if you ever need a drink, you can refill your water bottle and it's good. Okay, let's see if Ozzy's right and knows where our favorite restaurant is, because the streets of Rome, as you can see, zigzag all over, and he has convinced me we don't need a map and he knows where it is. So let's see. Is that it?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you found it. You guys gotta see our favorite restaurant. It is adorable. It's tiny, and we walked all across the city and he knew how to find it. No idea how. So this is our favorite restaurant. It's called Vecchia Locanda. So we're gonna see if we can get in. Ciao!
Ciao! Bentornati!
Buonasera!
Sì. Good morning. So today we depart back home. We would have vlogged last night, but Lori fell asleep and we didn't. vlog
I was
anything.
too tired.
She was out.
We walked so much yesterday and had so much pasta and carbs. I came home and I was out.
Yeah, so we were gonna do it like right after, you know, dinner, and then we went to a church. But we, you know, we were really tired, so we decided to just tell about the experience today in the morning before we left. So
we're checking out.
Do you wanna give a gist of what happened?
The birds here are crazy, by the way. It's hysterical. They talk more than humans. So last night we decided to eat at our new favorite restaurant in Rome called Vecchia Locanda. And it was where we went for our anniversary dinner because it was recommended to me. And so we thought we'd pop in. It's the most adorable little restaurant. And we thought we'd pop in and see if we can get in. It's a family-owned restaurant, so the mom and the dad, like they're older, they're the owners, and then all the servers are their kids or son-in-law.
Yeah, son-in-law.
And so we had the son-in-law serve us on our anniversary night, and then last night his wife, the daughter,
was our
server, and they are the sweetest, most loving people. She's like the sweetest grandma. She would hug me and kiss me, and was so happy to see us again and wants us to come back, and their service is just amazing. We ended up ordering another ravioli because their tomato sauce and their ravioli is out of this world. We were like, we need another one. And then they got us each a dessert, and they just kept going on and on. Everything they suggested, we were like, okay, okay, okay.
Yeah, I think that was the real authentic Italian experience, because for the longest time here, I think if we asked for the check like a little early, they would, I don't know if they would get upset, but
yeah, they would think we were rude.
But I think that, yeah, it was a little rude. So we just decided, like, you know, why not go to dinner a little earlier and spend as much time as possible in the restaurant. And because of that, we were able to, I guess, like, kind of close it down.
We were there for a long time.
We were there for like maybe like an hour and a half, and we were talking to the family. They were genuinely curious about us, and we were talking to them about, you know, what we've seen, where we come from, our customs, their culture. And in the end, everything was just like warm, and this is exactly what I thought the traditional Italian experience would be like. And they were the kindest people that you can ever imagine. And it was so nice to be able to like just have that. And by the end of this whole experience, we were like, I hope that they adopt us, because it was just like that.
Yeah, exactly. So it was a perfect way to end the trip. Met another nice family that sat next to us at the restaurant. They were from New Jersey, and it was there last night too, and they were like, we had to come back here again before we left. So yeah, definitely recommend that place. It's incredible, and there are no words.
Yeah,
so that's how we ended our trip. We came back and crashed.
Well, after the restaurant, we just went to a church real quick. We did a little prayer, and I immersed the rosaries that I bought for my family in holy water, just for my family. And
it was a gorgeous church.
Yeah, it was.
Every church here is amazing. It was just a normal church on the street in a neighborhood, and it was stunning, and it was busy. A lot of priests were in there. It was really cool.
They were doing like an evening night prayer.
It was really cool.
when we went in there. But yeah, then we came home and crashed. But right now, since it's about like 7:30, I think, we're gonna go ahead and have breakfast one last time in Rome before heading to the airport. We're gonna call an Uber or a taxi to take us to the airport, and then we'll be flying back to the States.